You know, there are moments when a dog's eyes just melt your heart. When they look up, wagging their tail gently, their eyes sparkling as if saying, "Just one bite, please." And then we give in. A piece of cake, a bit of meat, or even a little chocolate seemingly harmless. But sometimes that small act can become a death sentence for your most loyal friend. Someone once shared that because of just a few grapes left on the floor, their usually healthy dog ended up hospitalized with acute kidney failure. From vomiting to exhaustion, it took only 24 hours. And when the vet said, "We'll do our best, but the chances are slim," that's when they realized how something so seemingly harmless could be so cruel. You'd never guess that garlic and onions, common kitchen spices, could quietly destroy a dog's red blood cells. Not much is needed. Just a bit of garlic powder in leftover food can make your dog weak, pale, and struggling to breathe. Their red blood cells get destroyed and organs start to fail, all because of a simple lack of knowledge. You know that look your dog gives you, the one with those soft eyes, that tiny tail wag, like they're saying, "Just a bite, please?" And in that moment your heart melts. So you give in. Just a little treat. A piece of fruit. A scrap from dinner. A bite of chocolate. But what if I told you that tiny act of love could quietly destroy them? There's a woman who shared her story, still haunted by it to this day. She was baking and a few grapes rolled off the counter. Her dog, happy, healthy, always underfoot, gobbled them up. She thought nothing of it until the vomiting started. The lethargy, the blank stare, and then the vet's voice, "We're doing everything we can, but it's his kidneys. Grapes can be fatal. Just a few. That's all it took." And that's not the only silent killer. Garlic, onions, even in powdered form, they don't cause sudden symptoms. They're quiet. They creep in, destroying red blood cells, starving the body of oxygen, until one day your dog collapses. Pale gums, rapid breathing. You rush them to the clinic, and it's already too late. You're left asking how and why. And the answer is this: they didn't need much. Just a pinch hidden in leftovers. We think love is giving, but for dogs, sometimes love means learning when to say no. There's a boy, maybe 12, sitting on the kitchen floor, laughing as his Labrador licks chocolate frosting from his fingers. It's a birthday. Balloons, cake, pure joy. But hours later, that joy turns into panic. His dog is trembling, breathing fast, eyes wide. He's rushed to the emergency vet, confused, terrified. And then the truth hits. Chocolate isn't just bad for dogs, it's poison. The darker it is, the deadlier. The theobromine, the caffeine, even a single ounce of baking chocolate can send a small dog into seizures, cardiac arrest, death. And then there's peanut butter, the kind that says sugar-free or keto-friendly. You'd never guess it hides something fatal. Xylitol, a sweetener that sends your dog's insulin into overdrive. Blood sugar plummets. Within minutes they stumble, collapse. Sometimes they never get back up. All because the label didn't say danger, but it should have. Then there are bones. Not the raw kind. The ones from your dinner table, cooked, brittle. You drop one, your dog pounces. You smile, they're a natural chewer, you think. But then hours later, they cry out. Won't eat. Won't lie down. A splintered shard has punctured the intestine. Emergency surgery is the only hope. And sometimes it's not enough. These aren't rare accidents. They're quiet tragedies. And they happen every day. Not from cruelty, but from love that didn't know better. There's a woman who swears her dog loves fish. Every time she opens a can of tuna, those paws come running, tail wagging like it's the best day ever. She thinks she's giving her dog something healthy. Fish is good for the brain, they say. But no one warned her about mercury or the salt or the oil. Day after day, week after week, that small dose of toxins builds up. And then her dog starts acting strange, trembling, confused. A blood test reveals the damage, nervous system distress. The liver fighting a silent battle it never asked for. Now imagine a toddler sharing a hot dog with the family pup at a summer barbecue. Laughter, sunshine, ketchup-stained fingers. The dog swallows half of it in a single bite. But inside that little treat, nitrates, preservatives, and enough salt to overwhelm a dog's kidneys. Over time, that innocent snack, those processed meats, they don't just cause belly aches. They trigger inflammation, pancreatitis, and even cancer. A little bite now, a lifetime of suffering later. And then there's the college student, living alone with her rescue dog. She's tired, broke, and cooking instant noodles at midnight. She slips a noodle to her pup under the table, giggling. But that seasoning packet, it's a bomb. Packed with onion powder, garlic, MSG, salt, all toxic, all invisible. The dog gets sluggish, then sick. The vet visit costs more than her rent, but it's the guilt that breaks her. We don't feed these things out of malice. We do it out of love, out of comfort, out of habit. But sometimes love needs to pause and ask, is this really safe? There's a boy who eats cereal every morning before school. His golden retriever waits by the table, eyes locked on every spoonful. One day, the boy grins and says, "You can have some too." He pours a little into the dog's bowl. Just a few colorful flakes. Just a splash of milk. It becomes their routine. A quiet, sweet moment between a child and his best friend. But no one looks at the label. No one sees the hidden dangers: sugar, xylitol, tiny chocolate pieces, raisins, even cereals that look healthy hide ingredients that hurt. What seems like a harmless act of kindness becomes the start of digestive problems. Loose stools, vomiting. One day, the dog won't eat. The boy cries, and no one knows why. Then there's the woman who grew up on a farm. She believes milk is nature's gift. She gives her dog cheese after dinner, a little scoop of ice cream on hot days. Her dog loves it, licks every drop like it's magic. But magic turns cruel. The dog starts scratching, ears inflamed, gas, bloating, diarrhea, quiet signs of a body struggling inside. She doesn't know it's the dairy. She just thinks her dog is getting old. But it's not age, it's lactose. And the gut inflammation it causes doesn't just stay in the stomach. It creeps into the skin, into the ears, into the eyes, stealing comfort, stealing peace. It's hard, isn't it, to realize that something so normal, so human, can be so dangerous for someone you love. But the truth is, dogs aren't built like us. Their bodies speak a different language, and it's our job to listen. Then there's the man who loves peanut butter. He slathers it on toast every morning and sometimes sneaks a little to his dog as a treat. His dog wags its tail eagerly, licking the spoon with pure joy. But what he doesn't see is the hidden enemy: xylitol. This sugar substitute hides in sugar-free peanut butter like a silent poison. In just moments after a taste, the dog's body can spiral out of control. A rapid insulin spike sends blood sugar crashing dangerously low. Seizures come without warning, then coma, then a fight for life. It's a terrifying race against time, all because of something meant to be sweet. Cooked bones seem harmless, don't they? A leftover chicken drumstick, a bone from dinner. The dog grabs it, crunches it with delight. But inside those brittle bones lurks danger. They splinter like glass sharp shards that can tear through delicate tissues. Punctured throats, shredded intestines, emergency surgery. Pain no pet should ever endure. It's a moment of horror that no owner wants to face. And what about the canned tuna or fish that some pet owners believe is a healthy bonus? The dog eagerly laps it up, savoring the fishy flavor. But with every bite comes a slow buildup of mercury, salt, and unhealthy oils. Over time, the damage grows: nervous system problems, high blood pressure, even pancreatitis. Silent killers hiding in a seemingly innocent meal. The trust in that simple can become a trap. Processed meats, hot dogs, bacon, deli slices are a quick fix when life gets busy. They smell irresistible to dogs, full of fat and flavor. But inside, they're packed with nitrates, preservatives, and salt. These toxins quietly raise the risk of painful pancreatitis and, worse, cancer. A daily convenience that can cost a lifetime of health. It's a hidden threat in every tempting bite. At the end of the day, our dogs rely on us completely. They trust us with their lives, their health, and their happiness. When those pleading eyes look up at you, remember, saying no isn't being mean. It's protecting the one who loves you unconditionally. Every bite you withhold, every dangerous food you keep away, is a promise you keep to them, a promise to keep them safe, strong, and by your side for many years to come. So the next time your dog begs for that tempting treat, think of this. Their life is far more precious than any moment of giving in. Because loving a dog means sometimes making the hardest choices, even when their eyes beg for more. Protect your best friend. Say no to these dangerous foods. Because their health isn't just important, it's everything. Thank you for watching, and please share this video to help other dog lovers keep their furry family safe.